We're just out doing a little bit of checking on the fish baskets. So, okay, got fish there. And I'm going to grab a couple of these shells here too. Got quite a few things that we need to get done here pretty quick. And I think one of the things I'm going to focus my attention on, I need to get the leather done. So I'm going to be doing a little bit. Oh, and there's one of the bear dye crabs. We talked about this. This is from one of the other mods. This is from Primitive Skills, I believe. Get in here, get this guy. There we go. And skin. So I'm not really doing an adventure here looking for certain, anything in particular here. I just want to kind of run along here and do a little bit of prospecting as we go. See what we can find. Of course, we do have some different metals that we need to find. But I decided while I'm out here running along, if I find anything that might be of use, definitely want to grab it. So, that's going to go, food crops. Definitely look for those. I'm going to peek down some of these holes too and see. Oh, that's a good opportunity right there. Let's take a look at this. This is a good opportunity. So he can't really go anywhere, can he? So let's see. Can we get him from here? We can do it that way. Got him. Okay. I think I mentioned in one of my previous episodes that I found some marble. I can't remember if I talked about this or not, but there's a neat area here where there's like 4 or 5 different stratas of rock all together, and it's really nice. So it doesn't look like there's a lot here as far as the white marble goes, but if you look, here's a few more up here. But if you come up above, right over there where that sheep's at, that's where I got the basalt from, and the copper that we found. But if you look up there, yeah, we got quite a bit of white marble here, and it kind of extends out from up around this area here. So if I come up and I take a look here, there's some down inside there in that little area, and I think there was another area over back on this other side where there's some down in that area there too. So yeah, nice little area to be able to find some marble. And marble, if you look at Shift and H and you go and look at it, you see it drops that, and you can grind it into lime. So when you're looking for limestone or chalk or any of those things, and you find any of the marbles, you'll find some pink and some green marble. But if you find any of those, you can use those for lime as well. So I'm going to grab some of this so we can get started on our leather. I'll be back. I ran into another really good copper deposit. And this is surface copper, and it didn't really show any of what you normally think to see for the copper up on top of the surface, but I stuck my head down inside this cave and saw this here, and it's just right underneath the dirt layer. So I'm going to gather this up, and we're going to put it to use when we get back. Back at the house. So I mentioned, if you're having trouble kind of getting started with the leatherworking, and you're having trouble finding, either the marble or the lime or whatever it is, you can use those seashells. So just wanted to show that. I mean, I've got what I need to be able to do this, but I just wanted to show that. I'm sure pretty much everybody knows about that, but that's in the base game. It's not anything from the mods. So we're gonna get, oops, didn't mean to throw that. So I'm gonna get some lime mixed up here. We're gonna make some lime water, and that will give us an opportunity then to get started on our leather working. So let me finish grinding this up. Let's go over and see what else I've got going on. I've got some forage, which is now done. Grab that out of there. Oops, way goes up. So I've got some porridge done, so I've got a little more food here. So that'll come in handy. Finish off this meat. And I've got over here, I've got cooking up the last of the Ray fire clay bricks that I had sitting up here. I've got those in cooking, and then I also made some raw crocks so we can start storing up some food. Because it is August, first of August, so we're going to be running out of time here pretty quick getting into the winter months. And so I'm going to work on that. Once now that that's done, I'm going to start getting this crucible fired up. So let me get to that next point, and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I want to do in this episode is I laid some stuff out here, and I started to go ahead and pour some tools because, one, I went through and I pulled all of the wood that I had available in here, so there's only 12 left available there to finish up my charcoal pit. And I need to do more charcoal, but I don't have an axe. My axe, I used it up cutting down, one of those great big walnut trees. Got lots of wood, but, lost my axe. So I need to get a new axe going. So I started to go through this whole process of, pouring up a bunch of ingots and getting that done. And I thought to myself, well, there is one thing that I need to make that I've talked about, and that's called the Foundry. The Foundry is one of the mods, and it allows for you to pour multiple ingots at one time. So this can solidify 12 ingots at once. Now it has to be filled completely to get the 12 out, but that's one block space to be able to pour 12 ingots. And I know I'm going to have to pour these as well. So I know I'm going to need to get. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 ingots plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So we're going to do 5 ingots worth of 10 bronze in our crucible here. And did I grab my? I did. So let's see, we got that cassiterite there, and then I'm going to take all these others and I'm going to convert them down as well, and that way we know exactly what it is that we're dealing with here. See exactly how much we can get. Okay, so we talked about making the 10 bronze. I usually do about 2% tin or 10% tin, and I'll do 90% copper. So if 2% or 10% of 20, that's 2. So to do 5, I'm going to need 10. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. 10, 10. 10. 10, 10. Yep. And then let's convert all this over. And I don't need all of that. But so now we're doing 18 times 5. So 5 and 8 is 40. So that'd be 90. That we need to do. Check my math. Let's see. 63. Cut that in half. Get 32. There's 95. And take off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. There we go. 500 units of tin. So that is going to work out pretty good. So let's get this fired up. And hopefully this takes less than 10 charcoal, because that is all I have left until this is done. But once this is done, we should be in a pretty good spot. Looks like our glass is done. Okay. So let's look at the other items that we're going to need for the foundry. I think it's just going to be the fire bricks. Not foundry. Foundry. So metal foundry. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to have to turn that into a tin plate. So we got those 6. And we should have 2 metal parts over here. We do. So I'm going to drop those in here. And we'll go ahead and grab these 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Oh, a light temporal storm is imminent. Hot dog. Put that up there. And let's make sure we've got our spears handy. Let's see where our temperature is. Yeah, it's getting there. Okay. Drop that in. All right, I'll be back when this is ready. And before it finished up, here we are. We've got ourselves a light temporal storm going on. Now these aren't too bad. They're really not. You know, there's going to be a lot of guys kind of running around here, and we may even get some spawning inside our little hut here. And they may even spawn right up here next to me. That's happened before. This area is not spawn proof. When I put this up in here, I wasn't worried too much about the spawn proofness of it. But I did go ahead. I've got my 10 bronze long blade with me, and I went ahead and brought the flask with us also that has the regen potion on it. So I don't know if I can drink it straight from this, but we're going to test it out and see. And we're just going to hang out and wait for this storm to pass. It is 2:19, so we'll see how long this goes and what kind of trouble we get into. Well, that was a bit unnerving. I had to sacrifice myself a couple of times to get my charcoal and metal out of the fire. Oh, not fun. So that was a pretty tough one for a light temporal storm. That was a pretty bad one. Looks like we're out of food too. But I was able to get it. Went ahead and got everything poured after the storm passed and kind of cleaned stuff up in here. So we are at least back to being safe again. Let's get some food. Alright, we're back. Let's make this foundry. Alright, so we're going to need, put the ingot right in the center. We're going to need the 2 gears. Put those in. And only need 2 bricks. There we go. And there is our small metal foundry. And we're going to put this kind of in a... we're going to set this up over here for now. There we go. So now this can solidify 12 ingots at once. So we can put up to 1,200. So let's get our charcoal. And I have a shovel. This. And let's look at getting that much copper put into that thing at once. Let's check it out and see. So if we grab our... Oops. So let's get this out of the way here for a minute. Grab our crucible. Get it back in there. And if we look, let's see, that's going to get us a little bit over 8. So we'll need... That's a little too much there. So if we're going to make 12 ingots, that's how much we need right there. All right. Get this heating back up. And I know I'm going to need more charcoal than that. For that much. Okay. Let me get this heated up and I'll be right back. Alright, so we've got 12 ingots. So now shift and pour. And we're going to be able to pour all 1,200 units into this. There we go. Now we're going to have to let that cool, and then we'll come back. All right, just went to bed the next morning. There we go, 12 ingots, just right click on it. We've got all 12 ingots all out at once. Cool. So that's a pretty handy tool. I mean, you know, versus if you're just going to do a few ingots, yeah, I can see where that's okay. You probably don't need to have more than 4 now. When you're going to be doing a lot of metals, there you go. That'll work out just fine. Now, this is only going to work... No, this should work for... well, it'll work for your 10 bronze like we talked about, but of course you're not going to be able to use your steel that way, I mean your iron that way, so just keep that in mind. So kind of an early game thing, and really more designed for when you have like a lot of copper that you need to make, or a lot of tin bronze at once. There we go. That's pretty though. All right, folks. Hey, that's going to do it. This is Shino. Thanks for watching me, and we'll see you next time. Take care.